You're watching Moments with Jill Walker. Today I'm talking about opinion. Well, we all have opinions, don't we? But not everybody wants to hear your opinion. So we have to be careful and sensitive when to give our opinion and when to hold in our opinion. I often have found that people who freely and often give their opinion to other people do not like it when someone does it back to them. They get real sensitive about it and real touchy, but yet they freely just dish it out right and left. And they don't realize sometimes they haven't heard the whole story. They don't know the entire situation that they're giving an opinion about. What does the Bible have to say about giving an opinion? Well, it says in the English Standard Version in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 2, a fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. Now that's in the English Standard Version, but let me read it again. It's found in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 2. A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. Think about that a minute. That's true. And we can't always take our words back once we release them from our lips. Be very careful what you say when people are sharing things with you, because you don't always know the entire story. You don't always know both sides of the story. You're not walking in their shoes either. That's right. You might not hold up as well as they have if you were in their shoes. That's right. Proverbs 18, that same book and same chapter of Proverbs, this time in verse 13, it says, he that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. In other words, you might say, but I have heard the story. Well, first of all, did someone ask your opinion? We should never really dish out our opinion unless somebody has asked, well, what do you think of this? And even when they do, tread very carefully and very lightly and very wise in the way you answer people that are asking your opinion. Oftentimes, they just want to vent and release their frustration, and they want you to be a good listener. That's the case a lot of times because they're not always ready for your opinion, especially if it's a strong one that could be hurtful if they're already having a bad day. Let me read it again in Proverbs 18:13. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is a folly and shame unto him. They might be hearing some of the story, but they don't know all of the story. Recently, I shared something with somebody, and they immediately started making a judgment. And I'm thinking, if they had to put up with what I'm sharing with them, I think they wouldn't like it either. But everybody's different, and everyone has different personalities. So what might bother you wouldn't bother me, and vice versa, because we all have a different makeup. Some have more in common with others than somebody else. But we have to be careful not to give our opinion so freely that it's hurtful to someone else. The Bible talks about that also in the form of judging. Matthew 7:1 says, judge not, lest ye be judged. And it goes on to say in Matthew 7:1 and 7:2, that with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. With what judgment you're giving somebody else, it's going to come back to you. So remember to surround your words with God's love and kindness when you are pressed in a situation and someone does ask your opinion. If they don't ask your opinion, then don't give it. You've been watching Moments with Jill Walker. God bless you today.